there's going to be people that want to listen to this. So I'll record it on behalf of all of you. I also want to take this Facebook Live. And here's why, because I realize a lot of you are coming to us over your lunch hour. So grab your lunch, grab something to drink, sit down and have lunch with us today. And so we can celebrate really finally figuring out what is this relationship we have with food and what are we going to do about it so that we can achieve the goals that we want as we approach the warmer weather, especially here in Wisconsin, because obviously, as you guys know, some of you live in warmer climates all year round. And yeah, that's awesome for you. However, we in Wisconsin get certain seasons that we get to enjoy that kind of weather. Here's the beauty of it. I don't mind the seasons, guys. I don't mind the seasons. So as we get started, guys, I just want to tell you a little bit about me and what gives me the credibility to even be here with you today. First of all, about 24 years ago, I decided not to just enjoy holistic health and wellness. I decided to pursue it as a career. And I was looking for clinically evidenced, science-based lines of nutritional supplementation and support that would match the ethics of what I felt in the world of wellness. And I stumbled across some of the products I'm actually going to share with you today. But more importantly, today is really about figuring out what's going on with you. Why are you here? And will this information benefit you, or perhaps you know someone and you can certainly connect them with us. We'll do whatever we can to help them. So I'm a certified product specialist, meaning that I've been trained and repeatedly trained and certified in order to understand ingredients, what to look for on labels, and what to expect from certain ingredients. I'm also a certified weight management coach and a nutraceutical consultant, meaning that I conduct classes, coach, and help people behind the scenes and work with health professionals as well in the arena of holistic health and wellness. I'm also a certified rapid transformation therapy, which I really feel gives me a little bit more edge when it comes to the world of understanding why we choose to carry extra insulation on our bodies sometimes, because I look at the relationship that you have with food. Why is it in your life? What is it fulfilling? Everything we do in our life has a role, a function, a purpose, and an intention for us. And it's not always good. So let's talk about what your relationship might be with food. I know that growing up, I had a safety relationship with food. You know, when you grow up and you're working for, you know, a farm, you're living that farm life, you're working just to be able to make ends meet and putting in countless hours, it becomes a safe place and space when you finally get to relax from that day and sit down with your bowl of ice cream or cereal or sugar bread, right? So it's comfort. Is your food a place of comfort for you? Is it a place of escape for you? You know, are you able to make that big bucket of buttery popcorn and just escape into the world of Netflix, sort of taking you away from the pain of what you feel from your day? Does the food that you eat remind you of your childhood? Were you told to clean your plate? Do you find it difficult still today that you can't break those relationships? Does food go to bed with you? In other words, do you go to bed thinking about it? Do you go to bed with your food? People say, who would ever eat in their bed? Actually, I do all the time. So I do have quite an intimate relationship with food. All kidding aside, I tend to take my computer to bed with me as well. So food and my computer, apparently my relationship is something needs to be looked at. Does food support your levels of anxiety? We're at an epidemic rate of anxiety in our society. When people feel anxiety, they naturally will sort of escape or try to find a way out of that anxiety, those feelings, those emotions, because they're overwhelming, by either eating and or drinking. See, it's not always just about the food, is it? Oftentimes we find great security, comfort, and safety in that glass of wine or two or three as well. And obviously we know that is not going to serve our nutritional needs. Food doesn't talk back to you, does it? It doesn't cut you down. It doesn't criticize you. It's not condescending. It doesn't hurt you, or does it? Or does it? Momentarily, it doesn't. So why has food become your friend, your partner? Why has food become a place of security for you? This is where it all starts. In my opinion, I could tell you till I'm blue in the face how to eat, what to eat, when to eat it, how to regulate blood sugar. However, It's only you that can take a look at what that relationship is with food. And that's where I can come in and help you through rapid transformation therapy as well. You know, one of the things we work very hard on is putting the past in the past. The past is not you, it's in the past, and that's exactly where it belongs. So, why are we living currently in our past? Wouldn't it be easier if we just sort of left that behind? Let's leave our baggage behind today and talk about why we're really struggling with our weight management issues. Sometimes we're more concerned with taking care of everyone else rather than taking a look at what we can do to take care of ourselves. You noticed I used the word we. I'm as guilty as the next person for putting people before me. Sometimes people just frankly hate cooking. They don't want to have to take care of prepping and cooking. We can form new healthy habits if we find a reason why we want to. So much of this has to do with the why behind the try. Some people, just say, Shelly, I'm busy all day. I skip meals. Again, I'm going to say we can allow ourselves to continue to have these as excuses, or we can find a reason why it matters enough to make it happen. I run around like a crazy human too. Granted, I've got the great advantage of working from home most days. So I do have always food prepped. I eat leftovers for breakfast. I grill up wonderful chicken breasts and grass-fed burgers in the beginning of the week. I use those throughout the week with all of my meals. Sometimes we're in a hurry and we just want to drive through somewhere, grab something, but most of you aren't driving through and grabbing a salad, are you? Most of us, when we're driving through, we're grabbing the chicken nuggets because there is some chicken in there, isn't there? Well, not if you take a look at the preservatives that are in there. Sometimes it's just the cravings, you get stressed out. And like I said, you find safety and security, you find escape in your food. And I think most often this is why we struggle. So it really does start with the why, doesn't it? Why do we struggle? What are the goals that we have? What is it you want to achieve? Do you want a lean, fit body? Do you want to just feel a little less fluffy? Do you want to fit back in your size 14, 16? Do you want to be stronger, leaner, healthier? Do you want to create longevity? Perhaps it's that you want to be able to get up and down from a chair or the floor and be involved with your grandchildren. Like us. I want to be able to run with my grandkids, play with my grandkids, walk my dogs. I want to be able to fly up and down those steps the 50 times a day like I normally do. I want to maintain lean muscle so that I look good, feel good, and my clothes fit well. What happens though is we get in this cycle of yo-yo dieting, don't we? With so many diets out there, and they are diets. Now, we all have certain lifestyle choices that we make. I like to refer to the way I live my life as a lifestyle, choosing foods that fuel and nourish my body. They fuel and nourish my mind, spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. We work to keep balance by the food we give our body and the supplementation that we choose to use. So a lot of diets, they're just simply that, a diet where you lose water, you lose a lot of muscle, but you're not losing the fluff. Let's talk about the word losing for just a minute. When you lose a loved one, do you love it? No. When you lose your car keys, do you love it? No. When you lose your dog, when you lose your mind, when you lose your outfit, when you lose anything, do you love it? Absolutely not. It might sound like a play on words to you, but the truth is our mind takes very seriously the words we speak to it and the pictures we create. And if we're creating pictures of a woman or a man who lives a life of balance and uniformity, and a person who really has a healthy state of mind and physical status, that's what we all work to achieve, isn't it? It's not about losing anything. It's about releasing the extra insulation so that we can find balance. A calorie is not a calorie. I am so frustrated that schools continue to teach this. Then what you're telling me is I have a cookie, I have a banana. It doesn't matter which one I choose to put in my body. Doesn't matter. Yes, it does. It matters in the way it will affect your blood sugar. It matters in the way it will affect your body. It matters in the way those 25 trillion new red blood cells will be formed. So many diets are so extreme. They throw us off neurologically, hormonally, and metabolically. you're ruining your metabolism with this yo-yo dieting your whole life. So we want to boost metabolism by raising our lean muscle mass. When we raise our lean muscle mass and we become more fit, more lean, muscle dictates metabolism. It's my mantra. Muscle dictates metabolism. The more muscle, the better metabolism. Did you ever wonder why it's so much easier for men to release the extra weight than it is women? This is why. By nature, they have more muscular bodies. So the less muscle we have, the slower you're going to release that weight. I decided to partner with the division of a major company called TLS Transitions Lifestyle Systems. This is actually a comprehensive program that involves both education, teaching, lifestyle, and supplementation choices. What makes us so unique and different out there is we don't restrict calories. We're eating real food, multiple different plans available depending on what your needs are, and obviously very affordable. There's too many gimmicks out there, guys, where you just dumping your money down the toilet and getting no results. So 4 key components with the Transitions Lifestyle System solution. 1, we're going to take a look at the foods you're eating when you're eating them. We want to make sure blood sugar stays regulated. When blood sugar stays regulated, we don't get too high, too low. We're not having the spike and crash. We're also not in fat storage mode. The body wants to stay in fat burning zone. We're looking at the fat to muscle ratio. When we look at that ratio, we're looking obviously to improve our muscle content compared to our fat content. That's what we focus on. We're not so focused on the scale as we are your fat content and the way your clothes fit. Science-based, clinically evidenced, thoughtful and comprehensive blends. We accept nothing less. If we bring out a supplement, we know that supplement is going to do for you what it says it's going to do. And we spend, depending on the program you choose, anywhere from 4 to 12 weeks with you on a weekly basis, educating and supporting you in how to eat, what to look for, how to read a label, how that's going to affect your body, how to implement this as well. These 4 key components is what really allows TLS to be the most remarkable lifestyle choice plan that you can pick. I really believe that this is one of the most science-based, clinically evidenced programs available today. There's so much that's been put into this in looking at blood sugar regulation. So why low glycemic impact eating? We understand there's a glycemic index and there's a glycemic load. We combine the two of those in what we're eating in supporting you to naturally be able to navigate through life. If you go to a wedding, a birthday party, a cookout, or just a meal at home or a restaurant, we want you to know what foods to choose in order to keep you in the blue, regulated. You see, when you spike or you crash, you go into fat storage mode. Body says, uh-oh, this person is starving. It doesn't know you have cupboards and a refrigerator full of food. I really believe the best psychologically and physiologically to start any program is to do a detox. That 7-day detox that we offer incorporates the foods that we eat, the water that we drink, and a cleansing kit that goes through it. We want to support the body in getting rid of the sludge, in improving the functionality of the liver, releasing so much that's bound up in the intestinal area. We will support you with all the information. We have a comprehensive website that's going to walk you through, give you all sorts of suggestion, a full community of needs that you might have or questions and concerns that you might need answered. So Detox Power Foods. The Detox Power Foods are foods that we know support you as you're walking through cleansing your body, cleaning it up, ridding yourself of addictions. Because isn't it the truth, guys? So often the reason that we are thinking we're starving for cereal or cinnamon raisin toast is truly because we are addicted to carbohydrates. Please understand, if you're going to choose between a candy bar and a bagel or a piece, they're both going to convert to sugar as fast as they hit your mouth. Grains have no nutritional value in our body. You may want them for fiber. There's better ways, in my opinion, to get fiber. You just struggle to release either a childhood memory, association, or belief that was imprinted upon you. There is no reason we need to take in foods that are loaded with grains and flours and rice and all of the things that are going to spike us. We can live a beautiful lifestyle just supporting our body with the things that nourish it. Now, a lot of people, when they come to me, they're really looking to shred that fat quickly. This program, the 14-day fat shredder, is set up for people just like you. People that say, I want to release that 10 pounds during the next couple of weeks. Show me how to do it. We're going to set you with the right program, with the right foods, and help you and support you in shredding that fat. Fat Shredder Power Foods. Where does all the information come from? I'm going to show you that right at the end, because I do understand inquiring minds want to know, right? But just taking a look, knowing that we again give you all the comprehensive information that you would be looking for to customize your lifestyle with eating normal, healthy, natural foods. So Rapid Results is an excellent program. Those people that say, hey, I just want to get a little healthier on the inside. It's not about releasing the excess weight. It's just about a sure and steady, or you've reached your goals and continued commitment is where you're at. We customize for you, and there's ways that we can support you in this. Even for the continued commitment, we want to show you the list of power foods that would go with that. So, is nutrition and exercise enough? Typically not. Probably 50 years ago, it would have been. 50 years ago, we had real food. We went to the store and got real food. We had our markets where there was real food, organic food, food that was not ridden with insecticides, pesticides, and extremely low on any type of vitamin and mineral. Let's top it off with the unbelievable loads of stress that we carry in our society. Let's top that off with alcohol, poor dietary choices, smoking, sun exposure, pollution at an all-time high. Let's top it off with what our bodies went through in the last couple of years of the pandemic, where we are seeing alarming rates of inflammation in people's bloodstreams, leading to very serious and debilitating disease states. If that is a concern for you or a loved one, please reach out to me after this. We do have a solution that we are offering right now to support people through that journey of getting that inflammatory response back down. So today's fruits and vegetable guys have 59% less nutritional value than they did 40 years ago. It's not a wonder why we're struggling to feel balance. It's not a wonder why we have cravings. But again, I will ask you, what is your relationship with food? This really requires some time with self. What are you using it for? Why do you crave it? What is it doing for you? What role does it play in your life? What purpose does it have? Why do you have the extra insulation? Is it because we need to protect ourselves? Do we not feel that we're worthy? We need to punish ourselves? Is it perhaps that you've never felt significant or loved in your life, and you've never felt like you were enough? So the food is never enough, the weight is never enough, the clothes are never enough, your shoes closet is never enough. What is it about your relationship with food that has led to that underlying anxiety, embarrassment, shame, and guilt? Typically, we're protecting, we're prioritizing ourselves. Show me I matter. Well, we certainly stand out when we're a bit fluffier, don't we? So we need to take a look at what it is about food that we actually have it in our life for. And so often I will actually see women go through very difficult relationships and breakups, and their best friend becomes food. They can't figure out why they're putting the extra weight back on. Well, part of it is I don't deserve better. Apparently, I couldn't even keep that relationship. Part of it is I don't deserve any better. I'm just going to punish myself with this. Part of it is I'm so alone and lonely, and food doesn't hurt me, so I'll take that to bed with me instead. We really need to consider why it became your best friend, your best partner, and why are you finding safety and security in your food now? We have amazing supplements. Our supplements are clinically evident, science-based with double-blind studies. Let's walk through a few of these to give you an idea. Some of you today were invited to listen in, not because you're necessarily ready to walk through a class or a group session or be coached, but perhaps you're just here to learn a little bit more about what supplements could offset. Maybe you're somebody who has had great success in being able to nutritionally balance out your body. You're just struggling with a few key things. Let's talk about what we can do to offset some of that. I do believe that supplementation is the best when combined with a proper eating program and exercise. So let's take a look at why. First of all, the conjugated linoleic acid, the CLA, you've heard of this where? Mostly grass-fed beef. So if you're eating 100% certified grass-fed beef like I do, there's actually a good amount of CLA in there, and it's considered a power food because of the antioxidants, the omega-3, and the CLA in there. That would be a great one if you're looking to just release that last extra 10 pounds around the tummy. Works very well if you're active or physically exercising when using that product. The TLS Thermochrome B6 is a power product. This is the one that's going to increase energy, mental focus. I can tell you for me, I'm already a person of great energy. That was too much for me. It actually underlying gave me more anxiety. However, I have a lot of clients that find great success with it because it improves their metabolism. It gets that thermogenesis, turning their calories into heat, moving at a better pace, and it gives them the get up and go to want to actually go for that walk, take their dog for a walk, or work out. The TLS Green Coffee plus Garcinia Cambogia, this is one that's going to be a best friend for you if you're somebody who likes to indulge with perhaps a small glass of wine in the evening. Yes, I said perhaps a small glass of sugar-free, carb-free, clean wine in the evening. And here's why. Alcohol does us no good. It will always inhibit the release of the extra fat. And here's why. When combined in the body, imagine alcohol comes in and food comes in. The liver is going to process one of them first. Which do you think it is? Of course, it's going to be the alcohol because the liver says, this is a toxic chemical. We need to move this through quickly. Your body will take its calories from the alcohol rather than the chicken and broccoli you're about to eat next. That TLS Green Coffee plus Garcinia Cambogia can offset some of the uptake and conversion of that sugar from the alcohol into fat, promoting better weight loss. Don't think for a second, if you're continuing to consume alcohol while living a healthier lifestyle, don't think for a second you're going to trick the body. It knows exactly what's happening. It will not release the weight because what you're saying is a mixed message to it. So carb-free, sugar-free, take the green coffee along with it. Eat first and have your small glass of wine after. Decide for yourself and commit to what's acceptable. I use Dry Farms wine. It is because it is certified clean, organic, no nitrates, nitrites, sulfates, or sugar or carbs in it at all. It's the only type of alcohol I actually allow myself to consume. And then it's only one glass. TLS Core and Fat and Carb Inhibitor. This is a standalone product, bottom left. This is the one that's going to help manage the leptin and the ghrelin hormones in your body. It's going to help manage the extra carbs and unhealthy fats we're bringing in, supporting the body in inhibiting the absorption of them. So the body responds better to the leptin, knowing it's full, its satiety level has been reached. How about the TLS Axe? The TLS Axe, adrenal, cortisol, thyroid, and stress formula. I can guarantee you that is a product I am taking right now because TLS works to support from the body taking on, because of the rise in stress hormones, the body taking that on and putting it around like that spare tire syndrome, the waist. So TLS is going to help support an unhealthy level of stress in the body, minimizing the symptoms and effects of that, balancing the body back out. It's an adaptogen, it's herbal, and it's powerful. If the price point on that does not fit your budget, look at its sister product called Bliss. Bliss is also going to support dopamine and serotonin levels. It just doesn't go to the level of cortisol and adrenaline and thyroid levels. The Trim Tea and Trim Cafe. Oh my goodness, guys. What an easy product. One tastes like delicious, low acidity, organic Arabican coffee, and the other tastes like a nice organic black tea. They are both powerful in supporting the body in reducing cholesterol, in supporting around the waistline, losing and removing and releasing that excess, and then supporting the body in feeling content and full. Also, more mental clarity and focus. And a side effect to that product that we women and men have been finding is strong hair growth. So if you start using the Trim Caffeine Trim Tea, let me know, because I'm telling you, as crazy as it is, that's not something that's documented. We just, so many of us that started using that product noticed that our hair was getting thicker and stronger and healthier. And I do have one heck of a thick head of hair. We have to constantly get rid of some of the thickness of my hair. We also have delicious, nutritious shakes. I would advise, if you are sensitive to casein or dairy, the Nutrition Cookies and Cream Shake. All three of them, vanilla, chocolate, cookies, and cream, have 19 grams of protein, 10 grams of fiber, 24 vitamins and minerals. And what do we say? Fiber and protein in every snack and meal makes losing weight no big deal. I sort of changed that a little bit to fiber and protein in every snack and meal allows releasing the excess to be no big deal. So the TLS shakes, the Trim Tea, the Trim Cafe, all excellent places to start. If you say, I'm not really sure where to start, I will highly recommend you talk with the person who invited you, because this may be the easiest place. A 30-day jumpstart kit, which includes the standalone product, the core, 2 of the canisters of shake, a 30-day supply of an antioxidant activated B complex, calcium, and multivitamin called Daily Essentials. That is one supplement, by the way, in the isotonic solution that is impacting lives across the world. And then the NutriClean 7-day cleanse. Guys, we have a full customized way of building with you toward your success and your goals. Phase 1, phase 2, and then obviously taking a look at some of the testimonies. Guys, you look at their bodies, what do you notice? They're losing the fluff. They're releasing the extra insulation. They're maintaining their lean muscle. Their bodies look so fit and so healthy. TLS is an amazing solution for the average person that wants to be able to eat real food, not spend ridiculous amounts of money on fake little meals that they're ordering in, and be able to live a true lifestyle where you can walk into a restaurant, a party, a social event, and know exactly what to choose because we educate you on those things. This is an all-encompassing program. TLSslim.com is where you can take your own personalized weight loss and lifestyle profile. If you're listening to this and you have not ever been on TLSslim.com, please, before you go there, reach out to one of us, because we want to make sure you're connected to one of us so that you can take that lifestyle quiz and we can get you your discount for your order. Because you attended today, we want to make sure that we give you some free resources to succeed. And one of those would be samples, and the other would be your weight loss profile, and the other would be your discount code. So I really appreciate you being in with me here today. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Go out, be healthy, be well, and have an amazing day. My name is Shelly Bowe with ThroughTheWoodsWellness.com.